Namaste. In last period, we have discussed first theorem for collinear vectors and definition of collinear vector. We have already seen that is when vectors are parallel to one another or they are coincident on one another, then these two vectors are called as a collinear vectors. In case of collinear vectors, we have proved theorem first as when vectors are collinear, that is A bar and B bar are collinear, then there exist two scalars m and n. At least one of them is not zero, such that m A bar plus n B bar is equal to 0 bar. Also, we have seen definition of coplanar vector, and we have said that vectors are said to be coplanar if they lie in the same plane or in the parallel plane. So when vectors are in the same plane, just like this blackboard is a plane, this wall is a plane, and we consider the vector on this board or on this wall, all these vectors are considered as a coplanar vectors. In present period, we want to discuss one simple theorem when vectors are in coplanar. Two already given, and third vector, if it lies in the same plane as that of the given two vectors, then what condition is satisfied? As like that of the collinear vector, when vectors A and B are collinear, the condition we have already proved in theorem first along with two corollaries. Here our target is to prove theorem number 2 when the vectors are coplanar. So condition in the theorem, or that is statement of theorem, is like this: if A bar and B bar be any two non-collinear vectors, this word is important for us. Given vectors are non-collinear vectors. A vector R bar rather than A bar and B bar. A bar and B bar are two given non-collinear vectors. Then third vector that we calling as a R bar is coplanar with A bar and B bar if and only if. Once again we have this phrase, if and only if there exist unique scalars T1 and T2 such that R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. So we have to prove when A bar and B bar are two vectors, then third vector lies in the same plane as that of A bar and B bar if and only if there exist scalars T1 and T2 such that uniquely there exist scalar T1 T2 uniquely such that R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. Now this theorem is having this word, that is if and only. Whenever the statement is having if and only word or phrase, we have to prove this theorem by two directions. Means consider the first part before that word, means we have to consider the three vectors A bar, B bar and R bar as a coplanar, then prove this condition in between these three vectors. And vice versa, if this condition is happen in case of the three vectors, then these three vectors are definitely coplanar. As well as this statement is having one extra word, that is unique. So this condition exists uniquely, means with A bar and B bar we are having T1 and T2 only two numbers, T1 with A bar, T2 with B bar. Rather than T1 and T2, there do not exist any two numbers which gives us the value of that R bar. So to express R bar in terms of A bar and B bar, we will have only two scalar, two number with A bar and B bar, and they exist uniquely. We do not have extra another pair S1 S2 or M1 M2 in place of this T1 T2. In example, if I consider if R bar is equal to, for example, 2A bar plus 3B bar, if two vectors A bar and B bar when multiplied with 2 and 3 numbers and added, it gives us third vector, that is R bar, then this expression exists uniquely, means we are not having any other number with that A bar, and b bar rather than this 2 and 3, which combines to give the vector r bar. So this expression, this combination exists uniquely. This is also another concept. So this theorem is proved in three parts. First part is to prove considering the vectors are coplanar, prove this condition is satisfied. Second part of this theorem, accept this condition holds in a bar and b bar and r bar, then we have to prove the vectors are coplanar. And third condition is uniqueness, means this expression in a bar, b bar and c bar exists uniquely. We do not have any other scalars other than t1, t2 to express a bar, b bar in terms of to express r bar in terms of a bar and b bar. So this expression is uniquely. So these three parts of the theorem we are using in the proofs. So in proofs we are having the consideration. We want to suppose these three vectors are coplanar, means the plane of a bar and b bar is containing the vector r bar. One another thing we know that already we have discussed that when a bar and b bar are two vectors, then they decide the plane, they determine the plane. Then addition of two vectors, that is a bar plus b bar, subtraction of two vectors, that is a bar minus b bar, these two vectors a bar plus b bar, a bar minus b bar lies in the same plane as that of a bar and b bar. Also, when scalar multiple is taken with any of the vectors, that means 3a bar, 5a bar, minus 7a bar, these multiple with a bar and b bar also lies in the same plane as that of a bar and b bar. So scalar multiple as well as the sum of two vectors, difference of two vectors also gives us the resultant in the same plane. They do not change. These answers do not lie in another plane. So in the same plane, this a bar plus b bar, a bar minus b bar, or k times of a bar, k times of b bar lies in the same plane as that of a bar and b bar. So this concept is also useful in this proof. So we are assuming this part which is before this if and only if word, and the part is suppose that r bar is coplanar with a bar and b bar. R bar is coplanar with vector a bar and b bar. Now we will consider one simple figure starting from this point O. So we take point O in the plane of a bar, b bar and r bar. As we are considering these three vectors a bar, b bar and r bar in the same plane, we are considering one fourth point, that is point O in the same plane, and from that point O we are considering the vector, that is a bar, b bar and r bar be represented by the vectors OA bar is nothing but a bar, OB bar is small b bar, and OP bar we are considering the r bar vector. So these three vectors are represented or started from this point O, which is reference point or origin. So OA bar is a bar, OB bar is b bar, and OP bar is r bar. Okay, we want to consider another 2 points, that is m and n, such that this m is taken on the vector OA bar or a bar, this n is taken on the vector b bar, such that this OMPN quadrilateral OMPN will form a parallelogram. We want to take m and n at such a place so that this quadrilateral OMPN will be parallelogram. And in parallelogram, if I want to get the value of OM bar vector, we know that OM bar and OA bar, these are collinear vectors, means coincident vectors, and coincident or collinear vectors are expressed in terms of scalar multiple of one another. So we can say there exists a non-zero scalar T1 such that OM is equal to, this OM is equal to T1 into OA bar, means half, 1/3, something relation will exist in between these two vectors, that is OM and OA bar. So somewhat half like structure will be there, value of this T1. So some scalar will exist in between these two vectors as these vectors are collinear. So OM bar I am writing T1 into OA bar, and this OA bar is nothing but small a bar. So T1 into A bar. So OM, which is the one vector passing through this parallel, one side of this parallelogram. Similarly, we will find this ON bar. ON bar and OB bar, these are collinear vectors, and that's why we can say ON bar is some scalar into this OB bar. So ON bar is equal to T2 into OB bar. Our OB bar is nothing but B bar. So we are having, instead of T1, we are having next scalar, that is T2, to express relation between ON bar and OB bar. So that scalar we are using as a T2. So ON is T2 B bar. Now, if I consider this parallelogram, these two are adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So vectors are passing through the adjacent sides of the parallelogram. First vector we are having T1 into A bar. Second vector we are having T2 into B bar. So we know that parallelogram law of addition of vectors is tell us that the two vectors when represent in magnitude and direction as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their resultant is the diagonal of the parallelogram passing through their common point. So this diagonal OP is nothing but the resultant of these two vectors passing through two adjacent sides of the parallelogram. So parallelogram law of addition of vectors gives us sum, that is OP bar is equal to OM bar plus ON bar. So OP bar we are considering as R bar, and OM bar is T1 A bar, and ON bar is T2 B bar. So what we are requiring, this we have already proved here. So considering the vectors are coplanar, we have expressed a relation between these three vectors as required. Now its converse we want to prove, that when this relation exists, then the vectors are coplanar, that is three vectors are coplanar. So conversely, we suppose that R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. Means these three vectors when expressed in terms of R bar as a T1 A bar plus T2 B bar, where T1 and T2 are scalar. We want to show that these three vectors, that is A bar, B bar and R bar, are coplanar. Our target is to prove the vectors are coplanar. What is the vice versa or conversely? You are considering this part and you are targeting these vectors are coplanar. This is opposite of the previous one. So since the first two vectors, that is A bar and B bar, we have considered as a coplanar vector, these A bar and B bar are coplanar. Okay. We want to show that R bar also lies in the plane of that A bar and B bar. थ्री वेक्टर में से दो ऑलरेडी कोप्लानर है, वो दो वेक्टर एक प्लेन डिसाइड करते हैं, उनका प्लेन एक ही है ए बार और बी बार का, और उसी प्लेन में आर लाई होता है, ये आपका प्रूव करने का टारगेट है। तो आप ए बार और बी बार को पहले एक ही प्लेन में ऐसा अगर आप यूज करते हैं तो ए बार एंड बी बार आर कोप्लानर, देन T1 A bar and T2 B bar are also coplanar। किसी वेक्टर को किसी नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, स्केलर से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, तो वो वेक्टर उसी प्लेन में आता है, लेकिन उसका मल्टीपल आएगा। मल्टीपल में वो डबल हो सकता है लेकिन उसी प्लेन में लाई होगा, वो ट्रिपल हो सकता है लेकिन उस पोजीशन उसी प्लेन में मिलती है। ये कंसिडरेशन ऑलरेडी डिसाइड है। तो ये T1 A bar and T2 B bar lies in the same plane, that is these are coplanar। दो वेक्टर अगर कोप्लानर है तो उनका सम, उनकी एडिशन उसी प्लेन में लाई होता है। देयरफॉर T1 A bar plus T2 B bar as well as A bar B bar are coplanar। और ये जो कंडीशन है, इस कंडीशन को तो आपने आर कहा है। अगर ये T1 A bar plus T2 B bar ये A bar और B bar के प्लेन में है या फिर को प्लानर है ए बार बी बार के साथ, तो इसको रिप्लेस करने के लिए तो आर बार यूज कर सकते हैं। तो ये T1 ए बार प्लस T2 बी बार ये तो आर बार है, इसीलिए द वेक्टर ए बार बी बार आर को प्लानर। Okay, so this was our target. Considering this condition, we wanted to show these vectors are coplanar. So we have proved these three vectors are coplanar. Now we want to prove this condition exists in unique. Means we are not having rather than T1, T2 some another number to express A bar B bar as a R bar. This we are proving by using the uniqueness as like this. We are considering another symbol for R bar in terms of A bar and B bar. So as we have considered this R bar as a T1 A bar plus T2 B bar, T1 A bar plus T2 B bar, this is first. Suppose this vector can also be written as R bar is equal S1 A bar plus S2 B bar. If I consider this as a 2, so same R bar we have considered in two different forms. We are saying this is the only one form to express A bar, to express R bar in terms of A bar and B bar using two scalar T1, T2. But we are considering suppose this R bar is expressed in second way using S1, S2 with A bar and B bar, subtracting second from first. Second को first से subtract करेंगे तो R bar minus R bar, this gives us 0. These right hand side subtraction of first will give us T1 minus S1 common as A bar and T2 minus S2 common as a B bar. So we are having 0 bar. If side is changed, then this something scalar into A bar plus another scalar into B bar is equal to 0 bar. One corollary we have seen that when A bar and B bar are non-collinear vectors, as we have considered A bar and B bar are non-collinear. So when vectors are non-collinear, they cannot be expressed as M A bar plus N B bar is equal to 0 bar. This happens only in case of collinear vectors. Means vectors can be expressed as M into A bar plus N into B bar is equal to 0 bar when they are collinear. That M and N exist with A bar and B bar and at least one of them is not 0. Here we are considering vectors are non-collinear. Vectors are non-collinear. So we can't get this situation. Their addition cannot be 0 with the scalars as two brackets with A bar and B bar. So corollary says that when vectors are coplanar and this condition is expressed, then the number taken with A bar and B bar must separately 0. Must be 0. So corollary says that equation or relation 3 implies that this bracket must be 0, second bracket must be 0. So T1 minus S1 is equal to 0 means T1 is equal to S1 and T2 minus S2 is equal to 0 means T2 is equal to S2. That's why this uniqueness. आप इसको दूसरे फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते थे लेकिन वो जो T1 और S1 मिला है वो K में मिलता है, तो दूसरा कोई नंबर एग्जिस्ट नहीं होता है उसको एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए। 1 and 1 नंबर एग्जिस्ट होता है, एक नंबर A के साथ और दूसरा नंबर B के साथ, ऐसा एग्जिस्ट होता है जो दोनों को कॉम्बिनेशन करके आपको वो आर बार की वैल्यू मेंटेन कर सके। तो ये तीन वेक्टर में इस तरह का अगर रिलेशन है तो आप डेफिनेटली आगे जाके कहना चाहते वेक्टर को प्लानर है, या फिर वेक्टर को प्लानर दिखाना है तो दो वेक्टर का इस तरह से कॉम्बिनेशन करके तीसरा वेक्टर अगर मिलता है तो तीनों वेक्टर को प्लानर है ऐसा कह सकते हैं। तो ये थ्योरम इस तरह से आपको 3 पार्ट में प्रूव करने का था। पहला ये इफ एंड ओनली के पहला पार्ट कंसिडर करो, उसके सामने का पार्ट प्रूव करो, और वाइस वर्सा नेक्स्ट पार्ट अज्यूम करके पहला पार्ट प्रूव करो। और एक सेपरेट आपको वर्क था यूनिक वर्ड आने से आपको यूनिकनेस, ये हर बार एक ही रास्ते से एक्सप्रेस होता है ए बार और बी बार के फॉर्म में। दूसरा अगर रास्ता आप सिलेक्ट करते हैं आर बार को तो वो T1 और S1 से मिलता है और वो T2 और S2 भी सेम मिलता है, तो नंबर एग्जिस्ट होता है यूनिकली। इस तरह से ये थ्योरम आपने प्रूव किया है।